flights. I'ma tell you now, you need some guidance in your life. I'ma tell you now, you might be blinded by the light. You a goddamn fool. Pilot man fool. Flight off. Yeah, esoteric license DMV. Fuck the pictures that I gotta have your ass in 3. This shit is uncut and I ain't talking BT. I'ma tell you right now, you just hop DMT. That's right. Yeah. Flight boss can fly. If you ain't spiritual, well look, I hope you caught a ride. I'm asking God, can you come down and show me all the signs? And so I can know how to approach it, where to draw the line. That's right. You was wondering the court of law. Yeah, prosecutor trying to sort it out. Yeah, why you trying to make your lawyer fall? Yeah, you know that you can't afford it all, so you gotta get the strap. Please don't make me nervous, bitch, like I'm 50 Cent. Bitch, before I die, best believe I'm getting rich. I be in the sky for a nigga in a ditch, that's right, yeah, bitches flights. I'ma tell you now, you need some guidance in your life. I'ma tell you now, you might be blinded by the light. You a goddamn fool. The pilot man flew, flight ball. You not understanding shit. The pilot man never none of it. He always be hard in cannabis. When we in the sky, why are you panicking? Any problems that I got, I can handle it. And I will never do no pandering. I hope my gun don't never jam again. I'ma leave stuck and still like a mannequin. My propellers on my plane is a head of shit. And bitch, I'm right at just some candles lit. But you get lit up like some candlesticks, just like MC Hammer. I'll leave you dancing, bitch. You won't survive from all the damages. Shit, because your ass came round. Make your ass do a 360. Turn your ass into James Brown. Yeah. Now watch him drop and fall. Some shit that could nobody stop at all. Can't tell me that a bride is not the cause. You wonder why that bitch forgot her drawers. Flight ball. Get the strap. Please don't make me nervous, bitch. Like I'm 50 Cent. Bitch, before I die, best believe I'm getting rich. I be in the sky for a nigga in a ditch. That's right, yeah. Bitches flights. I'ma tell you now, you need some guidance in your life. I'ma tell you now, you might be blinded by the light. You a goddamn fool. The pilot man flew, flight box.
The UN headquarters. The Flatiron Building. Empire State Building. I'm saying real shit. Statue of Liberty. I'm saying. All this witchcraft. Empire State and Chrysler buildings. I'm saying y'all from New York, like, man, you ain't showing nobody nothing new. Times Square. Times Square is the Ace of Hearts. Times Square in the back too, so they use the same picture for the Ace of Hearts. You know what I'm saying? Rockefeller Records, so it's at Rockefeller Center. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Welcome to New York City. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I'm saying? We ain't 12 minutes in yet, though. You know what I'm saying? Getting some real synchronicity so we can understand what's going on in the world with the New York witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? That's all, because this is all witchcraft. I'm going to keep it 100. I feel bad after I just did that. I thought I was being a human for a second, like, to be interested in something like that. And then I start feeling weird bad, like, God, like, man, what is that? Who that? What's that? The Tyler Perry studio? I was like, God, I don't know what that is. And I said, like, what's that? Universal Studio? What's that? Never Land? Like, you know, I said, God, I gotta tell God it's New York. God, like, I don't know what you speak of. Get away from me. You still can't come back yet. And then that's it. Ever since then, you know what I'm saying? So I start feeling weird now. Let me chill out. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Like, God ain't interested in all that like that. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. God ain't really interested in that. Humans might be, God ain't though. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes I gotta pick. Am I trying to pander or not? In ways that, you know what I'm saying, angels have to pander. Ain't nothing like how humans even think about it. Y'all don't even see it as pandering or not. Thank you so much for the donation, Kerry Como. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. Real stuff. Like God don't know nothing with no Brooklyn name in it. The Brooklyn what? You know what I'm saying? Uptown, let's make it happen. God don't know nothing about Uptown unless we talking about the heavenly council going to heaven above the clouds and stuff like that. Uptown, that's some man-made talking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? God ain't with none of that. So if you want to make it in the Jewish industry, you might got to go somewhere and be P. Diddy. Uptown. Let's make it happen. That's what you got to do. You can't just be with God like the heavenly council and stuff like that. You can't just do that and be okay. You got to say something that shows the government that you came from their generational curses. And then they give you benefits so you can rock people who look just like you from your background to sleep and follow them into the blind land. You know what I'm saying? Blind, all the lands. It's a lot of land, TV land. It's a lot of lands that they created. I got a whole video on esoteric landscaping. Whole live stream on esoteric landscaping. Well, I just break down what they be doing. But I break it down in such a manner you can know how to do it. When you map out a landfill, is you finding a geographical location that you can start building your community or your spiritual tribe, or just you coming up with thoughts and feelings that don't have anything to do with the government, aka you're not in Babylon. So now you're putting yourself into a situation where you got to build your own city. Here's the thing: don't expect no help. Don't expect no energies of support from the people who run the world. And all they're gonna do is use you as an example and see how far you go. And depending on how far you go, you might be a spirit that endures so much stuff. To go the long haul, you got to develop some spiritual strength, because they'd be throwing all kind of fart clouds at you as distractions to make you come to your own conclusions that you might need to give up, or this might not be for you, or something like that. And then don't let them prove you right if you a weak spirit. And then that's proving God wrong. God might have seen something in you ain't seeing yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you let somebody prove you right because you got a weak spirit, and then you let somebody convince you and prove God wrong, because God put you in a position for a reason, and you allowed another human to convince you that ain't it for you. It's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. It's your turn, yeah. Why don't you? It's your turn. God be putting the ball in y'all hands, and y'all don't be taking y'all turn. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all be trying to ball hog and stuff like that. And God don't like ugly. God don't like narcissistic spirits. Just want to ball hog all day and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you just get flunked out and don't know if you're coming or going. And then when somebody do pass you the ball, you don't reciprocate. You don't pass the ball back. You don't match the energy. You don't match what you're trying to do. You don't match what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, why God is going to sit there and put you in any position then? You got to think about that. Why would God put you in any position where you don't even respect yourself to go for that shot? Take that shot. You want to ball hog and do all these and one tricks. We don't care about what hot sauce did and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff will cause traveling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff will cause double dribble. You'll lose the ball just because you're trying to be in some Leo energy, and you ain't create the own system, so you ain't got to worry about the Jewish NBA. And you could create situations in your and one where you got your own world. And in your world, this ain't double dribble. And in your world, this ain't traveling. And you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But for the most part, y'all get flunked out because y'all don't ever want to start that. So ain't no more FUBUs. Ain't no more car canals. It's just full car flights. And that's it. Flight man from the 9th floor. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really too much about nothing else. So we all got 3 more minutes, and we're gonna dive right into it. Break it down some Mars and Libra. So all cardinal signs, y'all gonna have to peep game. Aries, Libras, Cancers, and Capricorns. You know what I'm saying? Especially you Libras. Y'all about to be the walking examples right now, which I'll bring more of that down tomorrow though. But y'all gotta be more of those examples of what we gonna be or what we ain't gonna be. If you the lower octave Libra, you an example of what we don't need to be. If you a higher octave Libra, you an example of who I want to grow up, to be. I want to be just like Mike when I grow up. Hopefully you one of them damn, you know what I'm saying? So that hopefully one of you Libras got that energy where I want to be like you when I grow up, just like Mike. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. But if you ain't the higher octave, you know what I'm saying, don't be expecting none of that. Don't be expecting no following, don't be expecting nothing, because you still flunked out and you still ain't doing something for God. So God ain't putting you in no position to have no authority, no rulership, no chargery, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because it got something to do with your spirit. It got something to do with your morality. Your morality is flunky. Your morality is so flunky, God can't even trust you from a distance. So you don't even never see God. You never see nothing that got anything to do with God. It's like God went cold on you. God got cold feet when you came in this world. Because God sometimes be making it to every city and state and country at the time. God know how to be in all places at one time and stuff like that. When people was being born in powerful spirits and something like that. For some reason though, the day you was born, God got cold feet. God couldn't make it to everywhere. So that was an unusual day. You know what I'm saying? That we like experiencing. You know how we be going through like for a whole year, last 2 weeks of one year, you know what I'm saying? Like for the whole 2020, 21 and half of 2022, we were still in the last 2 weeks of March 2020. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, you know what I'm saying? Like God be in certain situations and stuff like that, where God be at all places all the time. Like I don't know how when some of y'all was born, God got cold feet and God got forgetful and God started getting amnesia and arthritis and kneecaps and stuff like that. Like that's starting to get weird now. So it's like smack monkeys down here that ain't got nothing to do with God. You know, so I don't know what that spiritual race came from. Some of them they look like humans though. Some of them share your blood. And some people you see every day at work. Some of these people is people you see at school. That don't mean God was over the hospital and stuff like that day that they was born and stuff. So you know you don't need to be lowering yourself down to like stuff like that. You know, you sometimes you got to sit back from a distance and be like, I don't know, something don't feel right about this person. Then don't ever forget what Uriel told you. Yeah, that was the day God got cold feet or something, or God forgot, or that God had headphones on, so God couldn't hear the alarm and stuff to wake up on time. Or something. It was something, but now you know when Uriel telling you. You know what I'm saying? That now you know. You know what I'm saying? Some people just mind ain't right because when they got here, God wasn't here. So you ain't gonna never like, I don't care what you say, how cold your mouthpiece is, you ain't gonna never be able to convince this person about nothing. God went down there. You know what I'm saying? So this person don't know nothing. Keyword, they don't know God. They don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They lost in somethings. They think they know more than you and stuff like that. Keyword, more. They think they don't know they don't know what they lost in. And best believe they heavy in the heart. Best believe that though. They heavy in the heart. Anytime you separate from God, you in the lower world. You could just so many solid worlds. That's you heavy and hard and make things harder than what it actually needs to be. You know what I'm saying? You heavy in the heart, and you got an uncircumcised brain and frontal lobe flap. Your flap on the side of your temple frontal lobe look like that Darkwing Duck flat blind feet and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So you gotta peep game so you don't have no goddamn Marvel comic brain state. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to go everywhere. You want to preach DC comic scholarship. You know what I'm saying? All this goddamn rhetoric out here and things of that nature. And goddamn it, I can't believe it's just. I can't believe it's just possible. Goddamn it, knowledge. And y'all gotta stop with all that gem man shit. That's a cartoon. That's a goddamn cartoon. Jesse Possible. That's she a goddamn cartoon. That ain't no jail man. Goddamn. No, you know what I'm saying? But this y'all scholarship though. Y'all come out. This how y'all look at my art. I said now my art in time is some Marvel comic character from AB theories and stuff like that, and two different universes, and all the Marvel comic universes come together on the Avengers type shit. So now y'all God is the devil, is time, is my art, is everything. Y'all lost this flaunt. Y'all lost his flaunt. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Like it's the PBS channel. It don't make no sense. So we 12 minutes in. Let's get to business. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like y'all be flunked out like for no reason. Like I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Just like New York City, man, it's nothing but robots. Everybody robots having automated conversations. Even conversations ain't even real in New York City. I don't care who you walk past. It's an automated conversation. It's rendered. It's Google Voice and then just a whole bunch of AI rapper put togethers and stuff like that. People don't even know what they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You know what I'm saying? I walk past homegirl talking to another homegirl talking about I love my kids. She ain't got no kids. So and then the other chick said, yeah, I love the grass is green too. And I'm like, what are y'all what? That doesn't make no sense. One chick said, I love my kids. Other one say, yeah, I love the grass is green up the street too. I'm like, man, yeah, this is automated conversations, man. This shit ain't real. Ain't no way this is real, man. This is just a robot shit that feel like y'all doing something but never go to sleep. Y'all need sleep in New York, man. For real, y'all need some sleep. Y'all got restless brains that need to recharge so it can gain some comprehension, other than just having good comprehension skills on how to rock other people to sleep. Y'all comprehended up in that area. I ain't gonna front. Y'all need different comprehension skills, not comprehension skills how to get in people's wallets and pockets and purses and pocketbooks and stuff like that. That ain't, man, that God didn't give a fuck about that. See, y'all got that witchcraft in New York, the grid system. As soon as you come outside, this uptown, let's make it happen mentality for a cloud. Y'all say y'all gotta chill out a little bit. Like, hey, life ain't about that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or you just gonna be some type of clown in the middle of downtown on Times Square or something like that, doing a cartwheel. As soon as somebody come up close to their phone or something like that, you think your cartwheel was worth $300. You just did it. I can do a cartwheel too. Oh, say you don't see me out here. I don't want $300. I'm a superhero too. I got my logos and stuff. I'm a superhero too. You don't see me just like as soon as somebody come up and be like, yeah, I like blue, man. Royal blue, my favorite color. You ain't see me turn around and say, yeah, man, about $250. You ain't hear me do that. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all ain't shit, New York. I fuck with y'all. I respect that. I respect it. Believe that. Damn, I ain't know you in New York. You got the mentality that you think just coming outside, that's a hustle. You're like, oh yeah, hey, I got come over here. You breathe that air, that this same air ain't even right next to us. It's about $75, like right here. You want this air right here? You can breathe this air for a couple seconds right here. About $75. Once you take 2 steps over, it ain't the same air. That's why I picked this spot right here. You want to chill here for a second to breathe this air? $75 and shit. Now I'll show you how to get the all-day train pass and stuff. Yeah, I said, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, that's all air stink. New York City stink. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same. Man, we trying to hustle air down. Y'all niggas say shit. God damn, I had to give it to him one time. YouTube, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, though. You know what I'm saying? Second home. Second home. You know what I'm saying? I dive right in. I know how to talk, too. I know how to talk real good, too. Don't get me started. New York City will be mine. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me started. I'd start talking y'all buildings away from y'all and stuff like that. Hustling all the big M&M building and stuff like that. And after that, I got the big yellow M&M ball head man up there with a goddamn Dolo logo on there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real estate. I'm like, how Dolo do that? You know what I'm saying? The mouthpiece. I'm saying good game and mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. I was just trying to be like y'all. Saying angels could be more demons than y'all demons and stuff. Shit, I kind of like y'all demonic time here. I'm gonna get like that too. I'm saying ain't nothing for me to dive in and know how to play energies out real good in Monopoly circumstances, Babylon, fart cloud brains. I know how to play real good. Real good. You know what I'm saying? Tell you the truth. Now let's get it. We're gonna get it now. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting this to take all day. Just take it all day. This made me just want to talk a spiritual chat up. Let me put this out. Let me put this on. Just turn into a spiritual talk. You know what I'm saying? I might as well have did open panel for all that. But let's get it. Y'all made me mad on the other open panel though. That guy had the second question that, even though I know those was trolls, they try to play me as a fool. They're like, I'm gonna ask some stupid questions to see if he actually answered it. They got me that one time. Twice, I ain't no fool though. You give me one time, you're shame. You know what I'm saying? Shame on you. You catch me twice, a shame on me. You can't catch me twice. You can't catch me twice. I shut everything down fast. I don't give a fuck about nothing. Don't let me be next to no button that blow up the whole world either, and I'm underneath the ground. Don't let you see how fast that. A lot of y'all lucky people who run the world, y'all hate run it. Let me get no. We're gonna start with Aries right now. Aries, Sun, and Moon. Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and might be in Mars. Real shit. Don't let me get. Don't let me get. Aries reading right here. Real stuff. Real stuff. Already be a New Jerusalem. We'll already be a New Jerusalem. Now, might only be about 15 or 20 people, but we'll be a New Jerusalem though. You know, say that word "we" is tread on thin ice though. That word "we" is tread. That shit, that part, like just like the cars came out. The "we" is that the word "we" though is tread on thin ice. Real, so keep that 100. You know what I'm saying? You know, Uriel angels could take multiple bodies. I might take the first 10 bodies. So in reality, it might be 5 people. You know what I'm saying? It's the new tribe energy. You know what I'm saying? New lost tribe energy. New lost tribe energy. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out, you Aries. Shout out to Moody Mercury, baby. So accurate in this thing. Dana and this stickity thing, lady. Sucker, Jackie, no. Check this out. We got the Eight of Clubs. So all my Aries out there, we got the Eight of Clubs. So look, check this out. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a whole lot of coins you're gonna be thinking about, worrying about, or have to utilize, or have to conduct, or might be coming your way. This ain't always negative, because anytime you spend a large portion of time, that 8 number, and you know, if you get too lost into something, make it lead into that eighth house energy. You getting real manipulated for that coin. You getting real New Yorkie. You getting real New Yorkian. Y'all see, you getting real New Yorkian for that coin. Y'all saying real shit, real Brooklyn Bridgie. Don't buy no microwave or nothing like that, and just think you could walk up the street without holding it tight. So before you get to the crib, you ain't got no microwave no more. Somebody took it out your hand and stuff like that because you thought it was a little heavy and stuff like that. Yeah, go to the store, go to the convenience store up the street, go to the bodega up the street with someone. Don't be going by yourself all the time. You going through hell just going up the street. You know what I'm saying? Don't you go with somebody. You don't go get no chopped cheese by yourself. You know how long it take for them to make the chopped cheese? They're gonna be in there for like 1 or 2 minutes. That's a long time. And New York run real fast. That's a long time and giving people the ability to think fast. You come outside, you ain't got to chop cheese no more. So you just came outside, worked hard for that bottle of water, bottle top water and chopped cheese. You always get the water, you get the water top. You always say get the water. However y'all say, you get the water and the top cheese. You know what I'm saying? You spend a whole lot of time trying to do that and get it to it, think fast. But when you spend a whole lot of time with that pinnacle, you get that New Yorkie energy where you ain't going to sleep. You know, you out all night with that little league football team concession stand, Hebrew Israelite, candle incense oil stick up there for selling it for $99.97. I respect it though, but you can do that, or you could be frustrated because ain't nothing, and you ain't getting no pinnacles, but you somewhere spending a whole lot of time waiting for it. You might not be getting no sales at that concession stand. Your chopped cheese and stuff ain't getting sold that day and stuff. So that bread get old. The raw bread get old. So that could be the frustration side. On the top is the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. On the bottom is the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. You could be caught in these loopity-loop cycles in your mind about reality and lost in reality to find some peace in your mind. All about that pinnacle though. All about that earth energy. Now look, check this out, right? You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Virgo, or you could be dealing with or that energy itself, no matter the sign. Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, where, the circumstance itself may be predicated on stability, security, safety, support, shelter, money, and material, and it's done behind closed doors or more secret or in more deeper connection wise and things of that nature, not surface level. Or it could be vice versa. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, and when you're dealing with the Scorpio water energy, it may have something to do with stability, security, support, some earth type stuff that trying to build as a foundation in some way, shape, or form. And that's for my Aries out there. So that's that fellow Martian energy too. Now let's check it. Now we get into Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Venuses. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. So, Aries, that's just the energy itself. Right now, with these Mercury retrogrades, you're doing things more private before you bring it to the surface, other than being in the surface, or at least that's what you need to do because you got the Scorpio card. Or if you want your material and your pinnacles to be right, because it was the pinnacle card, the club card, or, you know what I'm saying? You may need to think more about your pinnacles and stuff like that. And the things, as far as your deep desires, your Scorpio energies will manifest more sufficiently. You know what I'm saying? Four diamonds in the sticky thing. So for the most part, for my Tauruses out there, now here's the thing. You could be dealing with a fire sign or any sign that's dealing with the fire energy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to getting attention, coming up with something creative that you could be seen for in some magnitude. And this is what's on your mind. So you could be dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. And when you're interacting with them, things could be on your mind about Cancer type things like home, family, domestic issues, or building a foundation in some way, shape, or form to that attribute. Or it could be the other way around. You straight up could be just dealing with a Cancer, and the scenario that you're dealing with this Cancer may have something to do with y'all rubbing shoulders and receiving attention. or something creative that y'all can help with each other in some magnitude, or some type of fiery passion, visionary expression, characteristic type of energy that you guys may try to blend to a certain degree. So keep that in mind. You could be a Cancer dealing with fire energies, or dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo, and y'all are doing things that's Cancer like, trying to find a home or something like that. So that's for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Venus. We're gonna get to my Geminis. Ooh, we're gonna get to my Geminis, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Mercury's. Okay, card y'all got is 8 of Hearts and things of that nature. So who else got an 8? So Aries got 8. You know what I'm saying? But obviously in this case, this is 8 of Cups. So it's the 8 of Water. So this is an extreme water energy right here, where it's got something to do with emotions, foundation, connection, even home, family, domestic issues, private matters, and things of that nature. So there's a lot of extreme water energy going on that could be catered to a Scorpio or any sign with that kind of energy, more behind closed doors or something like that. Or it could be is we freezing? Or it could be behind closed doors to a certain degree, when you're dealing with a Scorpio and it's about water type stuff, or Scorpio energy, but it's about water type stuff, like more connection, more deepness, more in depth, or even on the negative end, more toxic, more catastrophic, more manipulating, however the case may be. But this is a cup, so it should be positive if you the higher octave and you're more in the lighter version, the smaller circle, the liquid and gas right there. You know what I'm saying? You could be heavy, grandma donut face down here in the solid world, in the lower, bigger circle, and get lost in that. But it's how you correlate that when it comes to your cups that you're paying attention to. 8 of Cups, and who you want to share your emotions with and stuff. And you're going to be into the solid world and your mind state, the liquid and gas world too, to try to understand how to produce these cups, or keep these cups, or receive a cup, or have a cup to give, or have this cup energy. You know what I'm saying? So that's for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Mercury's. Y'all heard that? All right, Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and that's all, folks. You ain't special unless you put ED after it. And then, okay, we could talk then. We probably could talk then. No. I'll do it. Go ahead. I'll do it. It's an underlying story. So for the most part, some of y'all hit the jackpot on a cup, or a relationship, or a connection in some way, shape, or form. And when it comes to the 4, you're trying to, this is what's on your mind too. You're thinking about this cup. You're thinking about this opportunity in some way, shape, or form. So this is not for all of y'all, but for some of y'all hit the jackpot on a cup, whether it's a connection, a circumstance, a foundation. And for the most part, the 4 of Hearts, this was on your mind. And it's Cancer, yourself too. So it's on your mind, Cancer, and what's on your mind is giving a cup, and you hit the jackpot of receiving cups. So that's not for all y'all. Some of y'all, the higher octaves. Some of y'all lower octaves too. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Let's see. 2 of Hearts. Yep. So this is right. So this might be for all you Cancers. Someone else is an opportunity. Someone else has a cup, whether you're giving a cup to them or they're giving a cup to you in some way, shape, or form. So with this retrograde energy, this might not even necessarily be retrogrades for a lot of you Cancers. A lot of you Cancers, some Moon Ascendants, is finding brand new relationships, and someone else is an opportunity, and someone else is getting you excited and things of that nature. So that's a good thing for you Cancers, real stuff. Or you could be dealing with a Taurus. You could be dealing with a Taurus, or it's just any sign with the Taurus energy, as a cup is being built in some way, shape, or form. Some emotion, some connection, some foundation in some way, shape, or form that could probably be done in private, or help each other with trauma bonding or some way, shape, or form. Or it could be a water sign in general. You could be dealing with a fellow water sign, such as yourself, like a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And the situation y'all building right now may be stability, security, Taurus like things, support, safety, and shelter. You know what I'm saying? So that's some good stuff. Well, my Cancers out there. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Reciprocation. Okay, Cancer. All right. Three of Clubs. Now, for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, this is Three of Pentacles. So for the most part, in your environment or your surroundings or things of that nature may have something to do with stability, security, safety, support, or whatever like that. And or you could be dealing with an earth sign, the Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo, and they may be communication needing to be had, a pinnacle needing to be had, some support needing to be had, some foundation, security, and comfort needing to be had. Or you could be dealing with a Gemini, and for the most part, a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Mercury. And when you're dealing with this Gemini, it's about earth type things. You know what I'm saying? Stability, security, support, safety, practicality, material or maternal in some way, shape, or form. So that's how it could be flipped and vice versa for my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. So you could be dealing with an earth sign that need communication, or there's a lot of communication being had in general about earth-like things with the Gemini in some way, shape, or form. And for my Leos. Now, Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. And Mercury's. Indecisive. There we go. Seven of Diamonds. So with the Seven of Diamonds right here, this is now you could be dealing with a fire energy, Libra, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And it could be about some kind of Libra energy where there's some type of balance, some type of fairness need to be done for this could get attention. So there's some type of conversation that needs attention or to be expressed in some way, shape, or form in a more creative or lighter way, not no deep emotional way in some magnitude. Or you could be dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or Venus, or something North Node, or something like that. You could be dealing with a Libra, and when y'all communicating or sharing energies and stuff like that, things could be manifested when it comes into attention, prosperity, or manifestation, or creative gifts and passions in some way, shape, or form. So you could be dealing with a Libra, dealing with fire energies in some way, shape, or form, or you could be dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo, Seven of Wands, and there may be some communication that needs attention, needs the fire energy, needs to be expressed in a form of communication to create some type of balance in some way, shape, or form. Now that's for my Virgos. Now my Libras, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. Somebody else hit the jackpot. Who we on? We on Libras. You might need to pay attention to a Cancer. But so a Cancer might be the individual that the Cancer is connected to in some way, shape, or form. Maybe, maybe not. But for the most part, for a lot of you, maybe is. But you hit the jackpot when it comes into a diamond. You hit the jackpot when it comes to some fiery energy, attention, creativity, expression, foundation in some way, shape, or form. But you hit the jackpot in that area. Or you could be dealing with a Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or Saturn, And when you're communicating or sharing your space with this Aquarius, it may have something to do with getting attention, motivation, passion, creativity, expression, and or attention that could be given off to others in some way, shape, or form in a positive scenario where it'd be reciprocated to, and something could be created. It's as high as the skyscraper to Babylon. You know what I'm saying? So that's for all my Libras out there. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius that has something to do with fire energy, or you could be dealing with an Aries, your opposite sign, or Sagittarius or Leo, to participate in Aquarian type stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So these are the fire sign as a person you may need to associate with and communicate with to create some type of community or something like that with them and some attribute. So that's for my Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Venuses. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Mars. Eight of Hearts. So with the Eight of Hearts right here, now who else got the Eight of Hearts? You might need to pay attention to them being a Scorpio. Somebody got the Eight of Hearts, but was it Cancer too, or was that an underlying story, or was that a Leo, or was that a? I don't know. I don't remember. But for the most part, yeah, you can spot and rewind it yourself. But Eight of Hearts, Eight of Cups, and things of that nature. So you're spending a whole lot of time into opportunities and stuff like that. Now, don't become an opportunist at this time, Scorpio. You can become an opportunist, but at the same time, you spending a whole lot of liquid and gas world and down into the solid world that got something to do with giving a cup or wanting to receive a cup. Probably willing to manipulate it in some way, shape, or form. Or you could be dealing with your fellow water sign, you being a Scorpio or dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or straight up just dealing with your own self-sabotaging energy because this 8 Scorpio and you trying to manipulate a cup in some way. So make sure you ain't manipulating no cup. If the situation ain't right, don't force it and then wait till somebody to realize it ain't right once you already created a situation already. Now you make your cup, make sure it's the right sufficient energy. But if you do it the right way, this create deep connections and you don't create no weird fart clouds and animosity when it's already too late and you already been stung someone. So keep that in mind too. And that's for you Scorpios. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Jupiters. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Scorpios. I mean, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, and Jupiters. Somebody else is cutting you out. So when it comes to this energy, there may be another individual cutting you out, separating you out of something in some way, shape, or form, or hating you, hater, and stuff like that, some way, shape, or form. Try to create obstacles for you. So someone else is a secret hater in some way, shape, or form, this other person. Now, here's the thing. It's the Two of Swords and stuff. So someone trying to battle you in some type of way, either with witchcraft or something like that. So you have to be aware with this, somebody trying to cut you out of something you ain't a part of anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that may be the case. So protect yourself if you're getting witchcraft on you and stuff like that. It's for humans to try to create that scenario, or family and friends and associates. But at the same time, or you could be dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, and these situations that's communicating as far as conversations and stuff may have something to do with stability, security, support, safety, or shelter. Or you could be dealing with a Taurus itself, and this Taurus energy, or whatever sign that's carrying the Taurus energy at the moment to create those type of scenarios, may be the individual that's trying to become a hater in some way, shape, or form. Maybe try to cut you out of something or separate you from something or in some way, shape, or form. So be extra careful on my Saggies out there during this particular time. You got people in secret competition with you that you may be unaware of. Thank you so much for the donation, Dana Dandridge. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. Hey, Dolo, appreciate everything you do. Have helped me get out of Hangman and Eight of Swords energy. Oh yeah, those especially energies we got there. The Hangman, that ain't nothing to joke with. Real stuff. And you said financials are up, looking up, so I gotta show gratitude. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. Tuition and flight school, blue looks at complexion, by the way. I appreciate that. But I want to shout her out, bless her heart. And we can never be less. We'll always be more. Except when we come in a solid world. We need to lighten ourselves up and not be too heavy on ourselves and heart. And appreciate her from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. So, y'all Sagittarius out here, y'all got to be careful. Like, there's some, you got opposers. You know what I'm saying? And that just kind of made me think about my Sag moon and stuff like that. And y'all could watch my channel. I can't even sit somewhere and eat without a troll. I'm thinking I'm about to do an open panel, all peaceful and stuff like that. And the first person that decide to click the link is a troll. So that lets you know, boom. Sagittarius, look out. Now, Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. King of Diamonds. So my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns, you got King of Diamonds. So you giving your grand support to some type of creative gift you have, passion, motivation, desire. In some case, like you gotta you giving your grand support to these things. And it got potential to go in somewhere in some way, shape, or form. Or you could be dealing with a Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo, and the energies that y'all connect with got something to do with creating a home, a family, or more private connection, or more circumstances where you could feel comfortable around this individual. So more rapport, more time spent and stuff like that. So that's what the King of Diamonds may be in some way, shape, or form. Or you could be dealing with just a straight up Cancer, and with this Cancer, it may not have nothing to do with a home or anything of that nature, but when you connect with this Cancer, y'all get attention together, or y'all spark each other's creative passion. Pardon me. You spark each other's creative passions or motivations, or some fiery energy in some way, shape, or form when you guys are around each other, or when you get ready to meet this individual or participate to a certain degree. So be looking out for that. That's really not a bad. Just make sure you don't overexalt yourself. I was about to say it's really not a bad card, but I had to stop myself before I say that. Say this first. Make sure you don't overexhaust yourself. King is extreme, and it's an arcana card, so you can go too hard for something, and you might become too expressive, give too much of your grand support, too much of your energy to whatever you're paying attention to, and come across distasteful. So learn how to harness your energies and don't go too far over on polar shift, so you can stay in that little esoteric sweet spot. Therefore, the judgment that others will have from you won't be too far extreme or too far less than. It's right in the sweet spot where you're able to feel free enough that when you want to change, you ain't got to feel no weird fart cloud peer pressure of not changing because of your stance that you put, because you always plan out unbiased energy anyway. So you don't have the natural problems the average human may have. So keep that in mind also. That's for everybody who need to hear that message, but specifically for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns, since that message came out on their reading. Now, Aquarius is Sun, Moon, and Ascendants, and Saturns. Now, Aquarius, y'all got Two of Hearts. Now, for y'all Aquarius, somebody else is an opportunity. Someone else got a cup, or someone else you're giving a cup. Who else had this? Was it Cancer? Somebody else got a cup. Somebody had a cup, but you might need to look at them, or it could be any sign, right? So here's the thing. Or you could be, it's the Two of Cups. You could be dealing with a water sign that may have something to do with stability, security, support, or some earth energy. Thank you so much for the donation, Letitia TV. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Soul Tribe. Real stuff. But yay, and I appreciate that. But when we got the two of Cups, right? Someone else is trying to give an offer or you might be trying to give an offer to someone, and this someone else may be a Taurus, or it could be vice versa. Something you're trying to gain stability and comfortability with, or support or security and safety, may be a water sign, maybe a Cancer, Pisces, or or a Scorpio to a certain degree, or any sign. But y'all developing that cup energy, that water energy. Y'all trying to build rapport. Y'all trying to connect deeper in some way, shape, or form. So someone else is an opportunity in some way, shape, or form for a cup or some emotions to be shared. And it looked like it could be positive also if you're the higher octave. So that's for my Aquarius's sun, moon, and ascendants. And Saturn's. Now, Pisces. That came out, and this is one card. That was really fast. Y'all Pisces want to know something. Now, this is seven of swords, but this ain't come out, but it's just the one that came out first before I even got the shuffle or anything of that nature. So I ain't gonna do y'all like that. But this was a message that some of y'all might need to see then. You know what I'm saying? So you got the 7 of spades, 7 of swords. So I don't know. We was doing good. How y'all get the 7 of swords? We was doing good. How you Pisces get the 7 of swords? We was just doing good. So, but I'm gonna give y'all grace because it came out before I actually shuffled. But that was a message that needed to be told, because I am the spirit god. So any other astrologer or tarot card reader, if a spirit god did that, they blinked it on that, but still the message needed to be seen. So for the most part, 7 of swords, some needs to be talked out and communicated, or reconciliated, or reconformulated. So that's not all. That's not for all y'all. We'll treat that like an underlining story. This the second reading. I had something fluky happened for y'all, and I had to come up in my mind and go ahead and give y'all another card. You know what I'm saying? But that time, that card that came out, that wasn't my energy. That still was y'all energy. So some of y'all need to hear that message. Now y'all indecisive. Cool. All right. Then now y'all indecisive about being indecisive. Lord Jesus Christ, please come up above the water a little bit. My little 10 of hearts. So for the most part, this is the 10 of cups. So this could be a situation where there's some foundation or building blocks or usage of a cup to have some emotional support towards a business, a structure, or something like that. Or you could be dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, and it may have something to do with Capricorn like energies. Y'all building, organizing, structuring, planning, foundation, certain, all these look like the pictures of witchcraft in New York somewhere, how this picture is, you know what I'm saying? Or you could be dealing with a Capricorn, someone with Capricorn in their chart or something like that, and then sun, moon is in their Saturn. And then for the most part, the this Capricorn energy is what you're sharing cups with, emotions with, or building energies and security and comfort and things of that nature. So that's what the energies y'all got going on right now. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn that's dealing with y'all about to build houses or foundations or emotional rapport in some way, or you could be dealing with your fellow water sign, another Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio, and the situation that y'all plan out may have something to do with building, being a boss or something, structuring, organizing foundations, and all kind of that Capricorn devil card, the building on there, witchcraft, front, what is that? The front, the flat iron building. You know, a lot of y'all females know about that. Flat iron building. Look, New York got the game sold up. You know what I'm saying? They got the game sold up. They got the whole flat iron building. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Japanese store in other cities and states in the hood, eat your heart out. New York got the flat iron building. You know what I'm saying? And the Chinese foot massage up the street, goddamn, you might go out of business. It's got close to New York a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all chop it up with y'all for a little bit more, and then I'm going to slap these them down and charge it. But yeah, a lot of spiritual, a whole lot of spiritual synchronicities and foundations and stuff like that from the numerology and gematria energy of it. Like I said, it doesn't even have to always chalk up as the actual sign, but it's the energy you're going to experience. So be aware. Look at it like the concept of God was in front of you and you're not distracted, so you're able to see it and stuff. So these energies don't specifically have to play out due to sign or the specific concepts in your mind. And that way you'll be, and it can play out like that, but you'll have your mind open enough to see how it's being played out in areas you probably wouldn't be paying attention to if you were set out on the path. And that goes for positive and negative outcomes of such situations. Positive and negative. That's this is a sage incense oil stick candle windmill from the sandwich factory next to the bodega with chopped cheese. So you two don't play around. You know what's going on in the universe. You know what I'm saying? Know that there's a lot of different things in the world, like vapes and stuff like that. That y'all just can't be claiming things as one thing because you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to demonetize people and stuff that ain't got nothing to do with that real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then other people get rewarded, be doing the same thing, just the subject matter be different. That's about it. That's about it. But yeah, all these cities and grid systems and the way that the electricity power system is powered up got y'all mind in a formation. As soon as y'all choose to come outside. And you might not know your mind in a formation. So let me break it down so you can look at that clearly. When you go outside, you have limited amounts of ways that you don't look at it like limited, but you know that there's things when you go outside that you have to do in order to survive, in order to look like you're respected in some way, shape, or form. So these ideas that you come up with to be like, uptown, let's make it happen. You're coming up with something that you came up in your mind that matched the formation of your environment to make you feel like if you do these things, you will make it somewhere. So when you start running that esoteric maze that they got you in as a lab test in somebody's scientist lab in Babylon in the esoteric world or mine, right? You already plan out going in a direction of their formation. And in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, and play out as you being in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Being in goddamn survival mode. So for the most part, now you might think you just living to survive and life is normal, where the whole construct itself was made only for people who believe it. So you believe in something as you as a spirit being in that location and leaving your awareness there as a mind so you could just drive around in that city and state because you believe that world before we make it in the solid world, and they had y'all build it, and then you can actually go to New York City and actually see what they had you built. And you know what I'm saying, now you know what you was dreaming about, how it came into reality. You just ain't got some of these things ain't got nothing to do with you. Your name ain't got nothing to do with it. You wasn't at the round table coming up with the discussion how they was gonna rock people to sleep with it, and nobody asked you your input when we was talking about gas prices. So at some point you got to understand, yeah, you built something, but you don't know what you actually building, and you getting crumbs with it. So you going home because you could bring a few bread loaves on the table, but you don't know you work for a company of people who go take minerals and make yeast. And yeast ain't nothing but a big ball of hormone serum shots. That's what yeast is. Yeast ain't nothing but dead blood cells. A whole bunch of, and it don't always have to be blood cells. It could be just dead. It turn into fungus. So anything that's old and outdated and extracted like wine, like a spirit. Wine ain't no spirit, but anytime we practice extraction, that's the concept that we use in the physical to match the as above. That's not physical. So we give it the same terms, but we naming everything inside of us first before we name things outside of us to give it that correspondence to make it seem like, for an example, extracting. So if I could come up with an alchemy of what extraction mean, I might call it spirit, but it's a spiritual magic where I could create a substance to extract your spirit from your bodies, your mind and your physical. So you just be around floating, controlling your mind and body, not having true awareness of them though. So you might think you Superwoman or Superman when you off that alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So they extracted your spirit from your mind and body, and you can't seem to comprehend nothing when you drunk. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation, opioid. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You said magic squares on every city, everything compromised. Everything compromised. So even down to y'all immune system. Immune, all the way down to your immune system. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta peep game. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you walk outside, it's a living formation. And the moment you start coming up with ideas of how you're gonna uptown, let's make it happen, you're already going with the formation and stuff like that. Because all the things you get ready to come up with is things you have to do in that environment and things that you feel like you have to compete to get there. And therefore, boom, you already in a formation and you in a Beyonce song in your mind. You in a whole lot of Beyonce song in your mind and stuff like that. That the shadow government used her as a puppet to for you not to even be aware that's what's going on with her song. And every time she perform it at the Super Bowl, y'all mind being formation with it. You know what I'm saying? So the dancers, whoever formulated the dancing, outlined it just right for the Jewish magic square witchcraft. So your mind get formulated by the puppet that can take you as a person that give them the energy because they influence you to make the shadow government power that much more sufficient. So you just think you're going to enjoy yourself, and the shadow government created a reverse psychology to have all of us doing the same thing they want us to do, even when we don't think we're doing it, because they know we low-hanging fruit and we only care about our desires and enjoying ourselves and not the real fight. So they already know all they have to do is throw a few doggy bones out there and stuff like that for y'all Lassies and Red Rovers and Cliffors and stuff like that. And then for the most part, you're going to be distracted from everything. So they could throw their little sigils in there that they already need you to get your mind rocked to sleep with, while you think you're entertained, because they know what you're going to be entertained by. So they use these puppets that they know you're going to be entertained by to throw in their little witchcraft. So you don't even know that your whole life you was worshiping the devil because you got a favorite cartoon character. You know what I'm saying? Really, the whole time. And all cartoon characters is beasts, animals that talk like humans. So when you think about reading the Bible, you're like, oh, they just copying how they did the creativity with the Bible. So when this beast talked to me in my ear and stuff like that, now I know shadow government created cartoon characters for me to talk to me anytime I'm retarded. And what's talking to me is something they came up with that they turned as a disembodied brain that could float around. So just me knowing I'm indoctrinated, how I come up with conclusions of how my life's supposed to be or how I'm not supposed to be their shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't be even knowing how to think for yourselves positively or negatively without using some shadow government stuff. It's that deep. It's that deep at this point. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to peep real game. If you don't know how to formulate right, peep real game. Somebody said, real stuff. Only weak-minded sheep fall for that bread and circus vibe. Yeah, that's how people get all in one area at one time, and a necromancy get practiced, and then not other 9/11s start happening and stuff like that. Or homie with the Suge Knight truck running over about 1,500 church people and stuff like that because they all outside singing Christmas carols and stuff. All this necromancy. There's necromancy, some of the spirit that could take more than one spirit at one time. When all y'all together doing some teamwork makes the dream work type stuff. But when y'all all singing Christmas carols in the middle of the street based on a parade, that's a Masonic crafted something, because y'all ain't doing nothing but having a parade that got something to do with a Mason coming to create y'all city and state. So, and just giving y'all things to do and stuff like that. And then when y'all out there singing these Christmas carols at these parades and stuff, y'all practicing necromancy. Teamwork makes the dream work. To summits a big fart cloud that a group of spirits could come in and take all y'all. And it's too extreme, so y'all don't even have time to go have sex or for it to be in y'all circumstances. It create an event that y'all die in that situation or be a witness of people getting extremely hurt. And then that's like a big old necromancy witchcraft that they had y'all summon, because none of y'all made that religion. Y'all was out there singing in the middle of the parade. These words, these Latin lyrics and stuff like that is summoning the things they want y'all to summon, and it always goes against y'all. Whether y'all fighting a war, getting ill off their food, you know what I'm saying, getting confused off the witchcraft off TV, is always something that work against y'all. So if you don't even know how to wake up and stuff like that, you ain't really too much another person who is woke can do. If you got the grandma Christianity energy, ain't too much another person can do for real life. You know what I'm saying? And so you is that at this point you on your own. This is like some self mission that you got to find God, and you might be going in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? You might be going to the opposite direction, and you don't know if you're coming or going. So you got to put yourself into a circumstance where you are aware. And once you become aware, God will give you comprehensive skills, because you're able to have the ability of observing patterns and extract the character from it. So the character would be the aspect of what we call the spirit from the pattern. But the spirit, we just calling things terms to give it deifications. But the spirit is something inside of the form that we actually see. So when you're able to observe patterns, right, you can extract the characteristic, aka it's a pattern moving a certain way, but it's always a prime mover, the space that's inside of the form that you could be aware of, because we all spirits doing the same thing. Nothing, spirits becoming something. Our mind and our body we trapped in. So for the most part, and all of that come together and become this whole atmosphere for things not to be a vacuum between me and you. So as long as this individual's breathing, the world ain't gonna never end in totality. You know what I'm saying? And it's species beyond you. So don't even think you most important in the world because you read a Bible and it's telling you that humans can name animals and stuff like that. A lot of the cycle ain't even predicated on just the human breath and things of that nature. You know how many species and spirits and molecules and stuff like that. So for you to be in your narcissistic energy, God will show you real fast how life gonna keep revolving even if you ain't here. Just like your grandma ain't see nobody walking on water, or her thing she voted for ain't happened before she ain't here and you still here. So don't be thinking you that important, and you better get your 1-2 together while you is here and appreciate every day, even the trauma versions of it. You know what I'm saying? Even the trauma. Enjoy the mission. Enjoy the come up. Stop having an expectation in your mind, because every time you don't see you in that position, you're not enjoying the come up. You only going to enjoy something if you already reached from point B without even going from point A. And you can't be jumping points, because last time I checked, I know how to read the Bible. Anytime you miss a point, that's a sin. Your point's supposed to be your solar plexus from the point of reference for the first time. Then when it's rooted in the fifth house and things of that nature, that's when you hit the target, when you express your character and you hit the point about something. You ain't miss no point. Now, when you ain't got no point, you all over the place. So it's foggy and things of that nature. So whatever all these accumulations come down, become too heavy, and that it comes down. Your solar plexus is not up and light and example for others. It came down and clouded the judgment of everybody else. So now you too heavy in this thing. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how it comes down, and then you don't know how to understand that you being a little too heavy in formations and stuff. Real stuff. Please don't come in here talking about no pharmaceuticals and no retarded scientist stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about perks and stuff like that. Y'all like retarded. And don't come on my channel with y'all human stuff. You know what I'm saying? Keep that stuff on y'all channels. Keep that shrooms, them pills, them double cups, all that stuff. Keep that stuff on y'all channels. Don't look at me like I'm one of y'all. I ain't one of your friends. I ain't one of your friends that be pulling up on you high as hell and things of that nature. And since you got a small world and you reading that actions, you coming on a stranger channel or something like that and ask me, am I doing that like that's something normal in my world? I'm Archangel Uriel. That ain't normal in my world. I ain't popping no 60,000 perkies with no Gucci slippers on like Future. I'm not just doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't see me doing that. You don't see me talking about it. So I don't know why you even asked that question. Don't confuse me with the world you be in, because you around a bunch of dopes. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know, you ain't gonna know nobody, not in your real life or online, popping perks, speaking deep game like me. You know what I'm saying? Good comprehension skills, rising the evolutions and comprehended up in the world and stuff like that, with everybody's learning sigils and stuff like that. You don't know nobody popping a perk. Everybody you seen in your life popped a perk, called you and sat on your goddamn kitchen room or something like that and with the goddamn sleep and shit like that because they was high than a motherfucker. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They got lazy. That was it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go see nothing, and now we got some new astrology down here. We got some new math and stuff like that. So whatever you think I'm doing, if you don't see no person with a perk doing that and you see what I'm doing, compare and contrast. And you can ask yourself and be thinking like, damn, that question was really rhetorical for real though. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I wasted my wet water cotton ball knuckles for that. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's how I think I'll be thinking about, because I got real comprehension skills. I know how to do real observation of people's character and stuff. I hear what a person's saying, I see what they doing and stuff like that. Man, I'm smart enough to make up in my own mind to be more right than wrong about something and something like that. And sometimes y'all humans don't use that part of y'all mind. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You don't nobody popping perks with 4,000 videos. You only know people who popping perks and dozing off on their live stream like Kodak Black. That's it. You don't know nobody. Thank you so much for the donation, Kabaka333. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. Real stuff. And shout out to Kodak Black. Real talented young brother, man. Real talented. Talented lean too. Talented nod. I'm saying talented nod off and stuff like that. Real stuff. So talented you forget you on live stream. Slick. You know what I'm saying? It's creep up on you. Slick. You know? Man, I said slick and you're live still on and stuff like that. Real, that's a talent too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes all talents ain't good though. All talents ain't good though, but that's good talent too. You do the 90-degree angle, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Are you okay? You know what I'm saying? First, I tried to do it real quick. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Real slick. Real slick. That's a good talent. That's good talent. Good 90-degree angle feet. 19 perky and good Gucci flip flops. Sigils. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Real stuff. You can break that down and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what you familiar with in your life. Not me. Not me. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Like I said, you can't tell me, yeah, this is a troll. These people are retarded. You know what I'm saying? They're retarded. You must be high. Why are you watching me? That's the real question. Why are you watching me? To sit here and judge somebody if they high or not. That to me, that you lost in your life already. Even if you ain't high, you might need to go get high somewhere, because what you spend your time on is retarded. So let's look at that. Who you would a person rather be high or retarded? So let's compare and contrast. You watching me claiming I'm high and I got 4,000 videos talking real good game. You got a troll page we don't know and you claiming you got some superiority by calling me high. I think I'd rather be the high person than the retarded person that's in somebody's chat that no one know. I'd rather be the high person than at that point. So if you claiming that's something negative, what you showing is people would rather do that then if I was to be high. People would rather do that to be more comprehended up like me than you being a nobody in somebody's chat and a troll. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Thank you so much for the donation, Phoenix Fire. I appreciate that in the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense how lazy-minded humans be. And I appreciate that real stuff. A human to make any excuse. They sit up here and say, you can't tell me Dolo ain't high. Why is you letting a high person outwork you? Let's ask that question then. If you claim I'm high, why are you claiming a person high that got way more work put in than you? That you should be ashamed of yourself at that point. I would have never asked that question. I'd be like, yeah, this person high, you can't tell me ain't high. Then look at my own life. I ain't shit. Then look at this person's life. They got 4,000 videos. And somewhere down the line, you not doing things right with your 24 hours the way I'm doing it. High or not. At some point, we got to have the real discussions. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. We got to have a real discussion. It don't matter if you high or not. If you ain't productive in your life, you ain't shit. You can sit up here and make something high all you want. Whether that was the case or not, that doesn't change the fact you got a troll page and you ain't got no videos online and you know about me and I don't know about you. So that's the real questions and stuff like that. Not what y'all be trying to make up because y'all are lazy yourselves. And you got to make some excuse of why someone else who ain't is getting it. I'm about tired of that. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You can't even think straight like that, even if you ain't high. You can't think like me. You know what I'm saying? You just like retarded at some point. You know, take your ass on my chat. But other than that, yay. That's how spirituality go. You just got weak humans who ain't got no power. They just start naming stupid stuff, dumb stuff that ain't got nothing to do with what people actually saying. And they can never talk to nobody in their life like that. Your family member would never listen to anything you think in your mind is deep. Your friends with you will never have a conversation. The deepest kind of energy you ever getting is watching my channel. That's why you're a troll. Other than that, you ain't got nothing to say to nobody around you. You better believe that. Or you wouldn't be no troll. If you going through a whole bunch of stuff in your own life, you already got so many confirmations that people around you is listening to you. You ain't even gonna be looking at it like it's a fear or something like that if you're trying to go do that with strangers and stuff. Because you're gonna already have this in your mind, like I'm already capable of doing this. You already know you ain't nothing. You're just a troll. Like kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You already know you ain't nothing. So that doesn't even make no sense. So you making an excuse trying to self-reflect on other people because you ain't nothing. That don't make no sense. So you saying I'm popping a perk, I'm still somebody though. That's so there ain't really no excuse you can do but just self-reflect because you're not doing something. You got to get your mind together. Stop self-reflecting, demons. Please stop self-reflecting. Y'all make yourselves look bad. Because I ain't gonna do nothing but play y'all joke on y'all. You know what I'm saying? You might think you being funny by saying, "Oh, you got to be," and make up some drug that you think I'm taking. Some other Dolo got to be high, and that don't change the fact I got more videos than you. That don't change the fact you in my chat. So whatever you thought you was funny is really just a self reflection of you let a perk head outwork you and be smarter than you. So that's the real question. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Before you want to make up things and stuff like that, think about that first and how a person could think like that before you make yourself a fool. You know what I'm saying? You not taking perks do you no good, but making a fake page. So it really purposeless for you to even bring that up. It's really retarded. It's just retarded. And then we know you trolling because low key, I'm triple fire. This is probably the calmest y'all ever seen me in my life. Because I just got into the spirit of y'all energies doing tarot cards. And I'm getting out of it now by taking a break and stuff and building myself back up. That's some real spiritual man type stuff. You lost and you like a kid. Don't be no man talking to me that way. And I'll be aware of you because I'll never respect you at that point, troll or not. I don't respect you as a person, as a man. You know what I'm saying? And that you should be in the world looking more for that than whatever you trying to create it as a delusion, and the piping system don't even go back to you. It go back to whatever that thumbnail is or that avatar is that you screenshot off Google. It go back to that. So whoever made that sign up, they get all that energy. And then they don't even get the animosity you're creating off that energy. You just getting it in weird esoteric ways that you don't even know playing out in your life, but it's creating blockages. You know how it's creating blockages? Because you online entertained by stuff like this, but you ain't got the courage to do it yourself. Why is you into something that you don't want to do? So that already let you know off the bat, you got issues. You got vulnerability issues. You got abandonment issues. You got issues where you already know you ain't capable in the area of something that you're entertained by. So you don't even put it in your mind like, oh, this ain't something I want to do. Then why you into it then? You just know you can't do it. So you just self-reflect. That's it. Nobody care about your weak spirit. Your lazy spirit. Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go get a real job instead of your job waking up every day making fake email accounts to make a fake cash app that got too many letters in somebody's real name. That's online. Retards. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You humans make me sick. You humans make me sick, man. Then y'all got the nerve to be like casting stones. I don't get that as Archangel Uriel. God definitely don't get it. And I don't even use definitely. I use infinitely. I got to use definitely on that because we putting death to that. That's Def Comedy Jam. It's a joke that I got to put to death because you thought it was funny, but it's jokes on you. Nobody's laughing. Morality is in clash right now. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Nobody's laughing in that manner. Morality is in clash right now where you got to look in yourself in the mirror and be like, I look stupid. I might need a perk. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to question yourself. Do I need a perk? Maybe I can get like Dolo. Or maybe I can have 4,000 videos. Any idea you make up in your mind to claim that you don't want to do that, you lying to yourself. You wouldn't even be into this. You wouldn't even be watching me. So why are you watching stuff you ain't into? You wasting time. Go put all your time throughout your day participating in the stuff you into. You might get you a female. You might get you some money. You might get you some popularity. You might get you some energy. You might get you some possibility. You might have your mama proud of you. Right now, your mother tired of paying for your Wi-Fi bill though. You know what I'm saying? Right now, your mother tired of paying. She got to pay for the Wi-Fi bill, the cable bill, and stuff like that. For you to be greasy feet, ankled up, eating donuts all day and stuff like that. That got a lot of time to troll. Because if you had real things going on in your life, trust me, the last thing you'd be trying to do is troll. And if you got things going on and you become a troll, it ain't even really trolling. You just on a person you don't like all the time because whatever that they're discussing that you're really truly into and you're trying to do. So it's a genuine troll, aka a person that's always trying to challenge you all the time based upon the curriculum and the intelligence. Those are respected trolls where you can't even really call them trolls. Those just people online like everybody else hearing something and want to give their opinion and willing to debate, and they'll probably show their face too. You is so below, you're not nothing. So when we click on your avatar, go to some mason drawing on Google so that you don't even know, you ain't changed the piping system to even get any of the esoteric currency you putting out. So you putting out negative energy and then you think it's going nowhere because you a troll. So every time you try to do something in your real life with your actual face card, guess who got too much shit in their backpack? So anytime you go to a gatekeeper, they ain't paying attention to you. They paying attention to your ways, aka everything in that backpack. And everything you got in that backpack is all this trauma that you bring right now that you think that ain't gonna participate in this, because you think that that job or whatever you get ready to do ain't got nothing to do with you being online and giving fart clouds to an Archangel Uriel. You think it ain't got nothing to do with that. So you're going to go try to get to that gatekeeper with that heavy book bag and stuff. And that book bag is an allegory to the way you move. So you're going to have all these ways of facial expressions and body languages that you're unaware that you have. That's going to make the gatekeeper look at your backpack like, oh yeah, you look like you got possibilities of doing things that can destroy things, and you're not going to be knowing what's going on. You're just going to be experiencing blockages. But here's the thing: your facial and your aura and your facial expressions and your body language, pardon me, is coming out in energies like you got the possibility of just being a hater and not wanting to stand on nothing because you got a fake page. So for the most part, the manager will pick up like, yeah, this person is a person who won't take self accountability if I put them in the hands of being responsible for something, and I can't count on this person's frigidity energy. Boom, off the bat, you think this don't got nothing to do with me, but it got everything to do with what your character is, and you be doing that beyond me, because something that you do that anyway. So I don't have to put no energy on it. You're gonna dig your own self a hole, and it's all that stuff you put out is gonna come back. And if you can't tell me you don't believe that, figuring out who I am, how you watch my channel, listening to what I'm saying, you got to think you spiritual a little bit. So if you don't believe what I'm saying, you really lost. And you really playing a real devilish game right now, a real sticky game you can't win in. Because this is my energy and stuff. I'm Archangel Uriel. You wasting time to do, you need to go play with your mama or go play with yourself. Playing with Archangel Uriel, you just gonna get this spiritual ass whooping in the sweat, and then you're gonna see things play out in your life that ain't got nothing to do with me. And the only thing you're gonna be able to see is my face when you go to hell. AKA every time you go through situations in your life that's messed up that you think ain't got nothing to do when you be trolling online. This, you trolling my page, listening right now, putting witchcraft on you. You always gonna remember what I said. Oh, this must got something to do with me putting negative energy out to other people in the world when I be lost in my desires. And you learned that from me. So by the time you die, I'm the only thing you see too. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Because everybody try to get into, look, when you understand the actual world, it ain't even witchcraft. What it is you just understand the mechanisms of stuff. So when you look at a troll, you already understand the mechanisms of stuff. So it's like, you already know what's getting ready to happen to them and things of that nature on their own. Because you just know the mechanisms. And once you understand how to break down the mechanism, there ain't too much that they can say, because that's the energy that they in, that they expressing. There is no other mechanism that make them make the decision to become a troll. You know what I'm saying? There is no other. So a lot of trolls have thoughts about killing themselves. You got to be in a space like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in a lot of this. You got severe trolls and you got light trolls. Light trolls, they may not have them thoughts of suicide or anything, but they got them thoughts of already self-sabotaging because they think that it'll never be a possibility of them being in a position of something that they're interested in. So you got, those are the lighter trolls. Then you got the heavier trolls where they already got so much trauma in their own life, trolling, and no matter what a person like me say, don't mean anything. They already built comfort zones in these lower chakras to help them with traumas that's beyond anybody that they trolling. You know what I'm saying? They might got a little Peter Pecker or something like that, or they might got musty Homer Simpson armpit hair up under their little tit breasts and something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then for the most part, those be the issues that they be dealing with. So they can't wait to give that pain off to someone else. Like, I'm from the hood. I know all about having somebody feel the pain that you in. You know what I'm saying? But y'all fart clouds, y'all do it in weak ways. Y'all weak spirit. It ain't even respectable how y'all do it. So then y'all just come up with excuses while y'all lazy minded and just chalk it up and say, oh, this person practicing witchcraft. Man, listen, if witchcraft was that easy, somebody would have been got the Pope up out their goddamn seat. So obviously you ain't looking at things right. You just making excuses because you lazy about something. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got time to be used as a cast stone for your laziness. You know what I'm saying? Real estate, nobody got time to be used as a damn cast stone for your laziness. If you flunked out, you flunked out. I go to, what time is it? Okay, I go like 10 more minutes for y'all. But, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all just be so flunked out, you don't even make no sense. And y'all be in certain circumstances and stuff like where you think you make sense until you really think about it. The thing you into, you don't have no real knowledge about it. So that's why you say things. Like when y'all see people come on my page talk about Dolo using astrology and Dolo using witchcraft, you should know off the bat, they have no knowledge on astrology or witchcraft. So they're just using talking points to sound like something. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's basically using talking points to sound like something, but it really don't make no sense. If you really start to learn these things, you'll start to think, like, for a person to even be in a mind state for that to come out their mouth, they just a person entertained. They ain't about nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about nothing real. Because I'm the common sense channel. So before you can even start using spiritual words and stuff, just because you hear me say Uriel, you can't get away with 2 words without me bringing you back to reality first. You got to prove you spiritual to me. And a lot of stuff, when y'all be using these catchphrases and stuff like that, that ain't impressive. That ain't impressive. So y'all trolls, y'all ain't impressive. You know, so especially somebody comprehended up like me, y'all ain't impressive. You know what I'm saying? Stuff. That's not impressive. That's weak, matter of fact. It's not impressive at all. It's weak, matter of fact. Weak magic. Magic that don't go nowhere, but you giving up after a while. You know what I'm saying? Real. That's it. That's about it. I see it every time. I've been seeing it for eons. The magic be so weak, it just backfire. They make a person be so guilty with themselves, like, oh, this not what I'm into. Then some people might even get more demonic and start claiming why they ain't into something. Somebody like me is the reason. You know what I'm saying? But if a real police officer, if this was some serious stuff, serious enough to call the police, and a police officer really asks you, what do you mean by what you talking about? Y'all be clueless. Your mama be looking at you crazy. Everybody be looking at you crazy. And that's when you realize you don't need Wi-Fi. You don't need no phone at that point. You need some self-healing and somebody's Belmont Pine or Psycho Ward for a few months. And then when you get out, maybe someone could look at you as responsible enough to having a phone or a device that you could be watching people. Other than that, I mean, y'all lost in the sauce just trying to get y'all 1-2 together and be lazy. And that's why you a troll and making fake accounts from people who ain't lazy names. You got nothing to offer. You gotta be in a world with something to offer. That's how you be a man. You ain't a man if you ain't got nothing to offer. How you gonna try to feed off another man? Whatever idea you coming up in your mind, it ain't manly. I'm a man, so I'm always gonna bring it back to morality. You could be goofy all day and be a troll. I'm gonna be a man and show you ain't a man trying to steal another man's energy to produce whatever you think you enjoying yourself off of in your demonic energy. That's better male on the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Where your form of entertainment is trolling another man. That's a man. You would never put yourself in the area of being a man. You ain't a man. You're a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Little boys still play Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and stuff. That's what you do when you're online trolling. You playing games. You ain't serious about nothing. You playing games. Don't come playing games with somebody who's serious about shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You're a little boy. Come playing a little boy games. Still, you get little homie real fast over here. You will get little homie real fast over here with that trolling energy, where you think it's funny and no one thinks it's funny. Everyone sees it as self-reflecting. Yeah, it get real funny over here on the Common Sense channel. You can't convince no chat over here that you ain't retarded. So whatever your little secret following you trying to do, that goes nowhere in the piping system, because you're already doing it in a demonic way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sense out of something first too. Gotta make sense out of something. If you ain't dealing with someone personally, like you deal with your mama, your siblings, your friends you grew up with and stuff like that, the moment you start using terms like witchcraft and stuff like that, that ain't what no tarot card reader is telling you. These tarot card readers y'all probably lost in is telling y'all about people in y'all actual life, not people y'all watching online. When they say it's bringing the past person and stuff like that, it's not talking about someone you found out about online 6 months ago. It's talking about someone you fucked 6 months ago. Y'all somehow forget that. Y'all somehow got all these magical powers about strangers and the shit is impossible, but none of these magical powers work to get y'all out of y'all mama's houses and stuff in these apartments. It's like y'all retarded in some way. Like, I don't get y'all. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Thank you so much for the donation, Wesley Thomas. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. Y'all got all this witchcraft and wizardry and knowledge about observing other people's characters except your own. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to your own self, goddamn it, y'all barely could buy yourselves a pair of goddamn socks. You know what I'm saying? Where's all that witchcraft then? It just sounds like someone making excuses to be lazy, and they're self-reflecting to someone else who ain't. So the person who's doing things that they wish they can do must be something evil, must be doing witchcraft for them to get there. Self-reflecting because you had to wear a goddamn football helmet in 6th grade into goddamn it high school. Stop trying to self-reflect that on everybody else. Everybody ain't had to wear no damn goddamn Green Bay Packers football helmet in high school and shit. Because the moment you bump your head one time, you might get glaucoma and arthritis in the frontal lobe. You know what I'm saying? Stop self-reflecting that on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You know, what's wrong? I don't even know what's wrong with y'all, but just the mind state these people be in, like they be confused. And it's like when you put them back on track, they don't even care that you putting them back on track. Their whole purpose was to laugh. Their whole purpose was to be entertained. And they'll say, well, what's next? Can we count on something from you tomorrow? Can we develop some rapport with you where we know that anything coming from you got consistency behind it? Can we be like, can we start coming up with thoughts in our heads like, I know you gonna go live tomorrow? Or is you a person that's inconsistent where you don't even allow others to develop that idea? So it's always this coming and going energy because you're not consistent anyway. Then you're a troll. You ain't even doing nothing. So look now. You know what I'm saying? You're not practicing nothing in the world. So I don't know why you watch me. We gotta do some esoteric cleanup. When it comes to the spiritual realm, I gotta do some esoteric cleanup. Because I'm sophisticated in the spiritual world, man. I'm classy in the spiritual world. I ain't dirty. God like next to cleanliness and stuff like that. God don't like all dirty fart clouds and ugly-minded people, which is your first body. God don't like ugly. You know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of physical body you in, the way you think may be ugly. God see that body first. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the liquid and gas, that your character that manifests down here in the solid world. A lot of y'all be demons anyway because you didn't make a solid version that could represent how you see yourself in the gas and liquid. So when you can't bring that thought and convince others that you're this in a solid world, you start self-reflecting of what's wrong with your solid world to find peace in your gas and liquid world. You start living backwards. You start living for validation issues. You start living to prove something, and you will never get that as a fulfilled until you just have self-assurity about yourself. You ain't got self-assurity about yourself. You're trying to find it in others in weird witchcraft ways, like being a troll and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's witchcraft. You're trying to manipulate getting fed and getting attention, but the piping system don't even go to you. So you always had to create weird ways of getting attention, which means you come from the starting points of your life of the lack of attention. And the lack of attention came from individuals you expected that attention to come from, like your mama or something like that, and you didn't get it. So right now you're on Father Madam Shadow, your father right now, trying to get it. So I'm giving you this little spiritual sweat real quick with the paddle, like the spiritual principal at the esoteric school we at right now, Mr. Frizzle. And you know, once you get this healthy whooping and you get suspended for a little bit, you come back with your real name again, and you be all good and smooth again, and we back on track. Other than that, you might have to get suspended for a little bit, and then being a troll, being outside of the classroom that you ain't even supposed to be at school right now because you got suspended is your problem, nobody else's problem. So don't flip that on nobody's problem. You know what I'm saying? That's yours. It ain't mine's. It ain't your mama's. It ain't your next door neighbors. It ain't your best friends. It's yours. So, you know, keep your fart clouds to yourself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be out creating troll pages and stuff like that because you ain't got no goddamn 1-2 about yourself. So you're trying to figure out how to do it in weird demonic ways. And I'll be giving you so much goddamn game. You ain't got to be a troll. All you got to do is listen and go ahead and ride the goddamn waterways. And we got plenty of examples because you see how the subconscious community, we all connected and stuff. You can't say it ain't no living proof examples and stuff like that. So at this point, you just being a fool. You don't want to put in the work. You just want to watch people and cling on that you think putting in the work, but never actually do it in your actual life because you got validation issues, because the people you actually want to give you attention don't give you that for you to do that in your real life, for you to be distracted enough that you ain't got no time to be a troll. You don't got that. You know what I'm saying? So don't come self-reflecting on other individuals and stuff because that's your deep trauma. That ain't nobody else's. Don't push that weight on me. Don't push that weight on nobody in the chat. Don't push that weight on people in your real life. Keep that to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what we do, it's how we do it. God want to see how a person sufficientify themselves with shadow work and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to sit around and judge like you ain't got no circumstance that we can judge you about. And people you judging, it ain't too much things you can judge based upon your position. So, which is why you're a troll in the first place. Because if we knew your backdrop and your background and what you got coming with, it won't be respected anyway. So you protect yourself already being a troll because you know you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Like, that's, I don't really go no further than that. You don't catch this spiritual ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? You don't catch this goddamn heat, this flaming sword. Because you humans ain't making no sense. You lucky I ain't on my regular channel. Because they'll really be harsh. Because that's what I got to start doing now. I see that's what I got to start doing. And this is what humans like. Humans like toxicity and stuff like that. Well, I know how to direct it in the right areas. You beta males. You trolls. You know what I'm saying? I know how to direct it in the right areas and hit it where it counts. Right in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? Right in the nuts. Hit it where it counts. You know what I'm saying? Right underneath the nuts. You can't breathe for a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Went to your sternum and stuff. Your sternum got affected. How hard you got Johnny caged. You know what I'm saying? The gut, your sternum, you know what I'm saying? Get heart, missing breaths and stuff like that. You got to catch up. You 2 breaths behind type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't play no games over here. Don't touch my sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? With your forearm looking Creek Goro face, centaur face, body. Real stuff. Like, you just got to chill out and just understand what's going on in the world. You get this Mortal Kombat, and I know how to put in the blood code. You don't even know where you come from no more. Probably a Pan-African. You know what I'm saying? Or from the Caucasus Mountains and stuff like that. I didn't change the whole DNA system. You know what I'm saying? I told you from the Caucasus Mountain. You can't tell me where I'm from. You can't tell me about nothing. You don't know about nothing. No sigils, no mixture energies, and nothing. You just flunk. Troll. You goddamn right. You better not show your real face as an avatar. You might feel even more. You might kill yourself. Because I know if I was you and I had that face or something like that, I would rather troll too. You know what I'm saying? I would rather go on all. I probably wouldn't do what you do either, troll. I wouldn't go that far. You know what I'm saying? That's too much self-reflecting. You know what I'm saying? You done self-reflecting and expose that you watch the wrong type of porn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might think that's enjoyable, but we got to question the morality of it. Why is that even on your computer? That ain't got nothing to do when you be online. That's something in your personal life. It's on your computer. Then you use it when you get online and troll and think you funny. Then what? Lights, camera, action, and Mr. Cheek's face go off and stuff like that. We all back in our personal life. You just got some weird type of porn lingering, some gay man porn lingering around on your computer. Not doing nothing. Waiting till the next man get live to go back in your files. You real fouled up with some weird stuff like that. That don't got nothing to do when you be online. That's weird right there. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You got to come up with a better way to troll on that. Like, that's weird. So you can't say these things ain't on your computer when you ain't on the computer going when people live. You can't say it ain't. So this is what you interested in anyway. You're interested in weird stuff already. Like, all you like to do is self-reflect. Like, it's weird. You know what I'm saying? And like, they so intimidated. They got to do it with a stranger. They ain't gonna do it to the next door neighbor. They ain't gonna do it to someone who done spitballs in the back of their head their whole life, and they gotta hold their emotions and hold for nobody react a certain way to go upside their head. They don't do that around people. They wait till they get online to try to do that with someone online that they know that they had never seen in real life or something like that. That's their best way of feeling like a bully because they didn't got bullied. That's their best way of feeling like they somebody because they ain't nobody. That's their best way of putting themselves into a situation because they don't know how to make nothing happen. Uptown. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it's about. It ain't really about nothing else. If it was about anything else, they would have had something intelligent to say. If you ain't got nothing intelligent to say, you just self-reflected that you got weird stuff on your computer that goes beyond when other people are online for you to use it. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Blunked out spirits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wasting a whole mind and body. Shout out to New Nikki. Yeah, that's a terrible thing to waste in this world. You don't do that. Just waste your whole mind and body like that. What's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. You know you don't. You don't got more money and assets than nobody because you wouldn't be trying to prove it online. You'll be in somebody's chat. You'll be online not paying me no mind showing other people how to get that. You sitting there trying to prove it to the chat. You infinitely ain't trying to prove it to me. Any troll that's a troll of mine care more about the chat than me. You know what I'm saying? You better believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even talk about what you humans talk about. I'm up here tarot card reading. You up here talking about Dolo for perk. And I just got done tarot card reading. So look, y'all can go on all the other tarot card readers' page today. I bet you don't see that person. You know what I'm saying? Some of these tarot card readers get the other stuff in front of y'all. You ain't gonna see them. So that lets you know these people on my channel ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It's inspired. Everybody play out that inspired energy in different ways. The way that they inspired is being a hater. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think I care about you having more money and access to me if you a troll of mine in my chat? At some point in my mind, you could be a millionaire. You no good to me. You just a troll. So your millionaire is pointless to me. So I don't care how much you enjoy your life. There's something wrong with your life if you wasting time watching me and you a millionaire and you wasting time trying to prove that to me, and in your mind you convinced you got more money than me. You self-reflect so much retardation, it don't even make no sense. Like, you retarded. You don't express the energies average people who really doing things express, and you come up here trying to say things like you stupid, where at the end of the day you still a troll on somebody else's chat proving something nobody care about. You could be a millionaire and a celebrity. You already lowered yourself by expressing yourself on someone you look down on chat. So why is you even on somebody's page if you got all that money and you doing stuff in the world to obtain that money? Why are you lowering yourself like that? You should be going somewhere next to some celebrities or next to something else, or living your life or having a wife or something like that. You on somebody's page you look down on. You already, everything that come out your mouth, you debunk yourself at that point. No one with common sense know anyone in the world that got assets and money and things of that nature gonna be on somebody's page like mine's trying to prove that after they got done tarot card reading. You lost in the damn sauce. Anything you say is retarded at this point. You just a dumb human. That's it. Dumb human. It don't go no further than that, though. If it went any further than that, you would have a real page and we'll be able to listen to what you actually say. And I bet it won't have nothing to do with trolling me, because you would have been through something in your life and have something to talk about. You ain't got nothing to talk about but me. I don't respect you as having money and assets if you ain't got nothing to do with it but talk about me. I could have $10 in my pocket and feel more special than you at that point. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I could be broke at the bus station and feel more important than you. I'm like, well, I got this fucking millionaire paying attention to me, trying to prove to me they're a millionaire, and I'm at the bus station. And I must be powerful than them. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me in that position, have me thinking that. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, ain't no bitches gonna care about your assets either. Because every time they see you with your assets, you watching me, trying to prove to me something. Your bitch is gonna want me with my $10 then. You know what I'm saying? At that point, because they're gonna be like, damn, I'm with a man with $1 million, and he's sitting here giving all this attention to a man with $10. What's so special about this man with $10? I want to help him get him $1 million, and that's it. I done got your wife. You know what I'm saying? But with you self-reflect, I got wisdom. I know you ain't got no wife. You know what I'm saying? No way you got no wife. You ain't got nothing going on. You ain't got nothing going on, no assets going on. You got what's going on right now is you watching Uriel, and the sidewalk light up every time I take a step, and the ceiling fans and stuff light up like star constellations and stuff. That's what you into. That's where your assets coming from. It might be mental esoteric currency. That shit you kicking on a damn chat, man. That's from goddamn humans and bullshitter motherfuckers and shit. I don't be around bullshit ass motherfuckers. So when I see them characteristics and signs, you ain't fooling me, troll or not. You got bullshit mentality characteristics. You're a bullshit ass person. So I wouldn't even respect you if I knew you in real life and I knew you had assets. You'd be the last person I call. You'd be like, yeah, this person got it, but they phony. You know what I'm saying? So you would start to be somewhere, probably give it out for free and start paying prostitutes and stuff like that, because you're trying to find validation somewhere. You would have to use your assets, or you won't be on here trying to prove it to someone with $10. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't shit. Your assets ain't about nothing. No female will care about it. You gotta be a man first. When you a man, you have $10 in your pocket. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Your wife want to help me. That's it. You somewhere talking to you a big kid. So your assets is just for you and your toys and your childish mind. No woman care about that. You know what I'm saying? So check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Stop self-reflecting. You know what I'm saying? Stop self-reflecting. Make yourself look bad. You make people look at people in the world with money like they ain't nothing. Ain't nobody rather to be around. Well, I'll be around somebody like that. They paying attention to somebody without no money. Let's pay attention to that. You know what I'm saying? Now. And give me your money now. Well, that's it. You phony. Give me your view. You know what I'm saying? The extra view in my view count. You know what I'm saying? Help me out. Help me get like you, even if you're doing it in a hating way. I'm about to be getting like just like you. So I want to be just like you when I grow up, just without the trolling part. And you see something in me, that you see like, yeah, he could be like that too. Let me tell him I got more access to him. That's gonna motivate him, and that's gonna make my wife go to him, and he gonna get in my position. That's what you want. Hey, my arms is open. My arms is open. I'm open for the world. Y'all say you want to get at to me, go ahead, give it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stopping you. I ain't bashful. I don't discriminate. I ain't bashful. You give me all the energy you want to give me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bashful. I ain't ashamed. I take it all. You know what I'm saying? However it look, negative, positive, I take it. You know what I'm saying? I know how to transmute it, make it work, make some good old Kool-Aid, better than grandma. Put the right amount of ice cubes in there. You good to go. You know what I'm saying? Good to go. Real stuff, right amount of sugar and stuff like that. It ain't too sweet, it ain't too bitter. Just enough you can kind of taste the water enough that your thirst feel like it's quenched. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dehydrated no more. Too much sugar and stuff are diluted. You'll be drinking stuff not getting hydrated though. You know what I'm saying? It's diluted. You gotta have the perfect blend and stuff like that. You know, and sometimes you might over put too much sugar in there because you want to make sure it ain't too watery. So throw extra ice cubes in it. You know, rock it a little bit up under the sun so it can melt. Boom, you good to go. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with the Jim Jones occultists that drinking that type of Kool-Aid and y'all lost in the sauce, still thinking you gonna see what you voted for. We ain't talking about that. You know what I'm saying? We talk about real esoteric sauce. You could just put on all the goddamn string beans and lettuce and spinach, you know what I'm saying? And all the goddamn linguinis and stuff with all the seasonings and peppers you ain't never seen before because grandma went grocery shopping. Like, you gotta be in that kind of energy. But if you ain't cooking nothing, no real good food for thought. So your brain is dry. You ain't got nothing else to do but watch gay porn. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta raise your mind. You can't be like that. Be a man. Be a man. You know what I'm saying? Be a man. Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what fart clouds y'all be going through, but listen, these things in the world, having access don't make you a man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Having an access don't make you a man. The Pope got access. You know what I'm saying? Neil deGrasse got access. You know what I'm saying? Bill Nye the Science Guy got access. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody in the world trying to be like them, and you don't see nobody trying to dress like Bill Nye the Science Guy or nothing like that. So it looked like you got a whole lot of access, but you showing me energies that these smack monkeys who had Meek Mill at the golf court or the tennis court, and they was rubbing their nuts across little baby and stuff like that. You starting to give me that vibe where you got money, but you ain't got the energy. You got to get it from me. You got to get it from the source. You got to get it from the people who got nothing, the people who got God. You got to do that. People who came from nothing. The people who came from God. You got to do that. You can't do that. You got too lost into the physical world. You thought that was what it was about. You still weren't getting that reciprocation you thought was going on. You got to go back to nothing. And only representations you could see that in is in the solid world because you already so low vibrational. So it don't matter how much access you got to go to the spirits that's in bodies that came from nothing. Because they only ones who got the characteristics that's close to nothing, close to God. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. So I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. Hey, if I had access but I ain't had a sauce, I will be on Uriel's page too. Real stuff. Like, I'll be sitting there trying to figure out what this cat doing too and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when you work for God, it's just in mysterious ways. You might be trying to figure out things. You will never be able to figure it out though. Because when God give you something, how you going to see that? You know what I'm saying? How you going to see that? You trying to look. You see the aura and stuff like that, but you just don't know what you're seeing. And that's part of God right there. You can't stop that part. So it don't matter how much access you got, how much million you got, how much you trying to prove to other individuals in their chat and stuff like that. Without God, you ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You're lost in something. You know what I'm saying? You lost in all this access stuff, trying to prove that to us. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That ain't got nothing to do. That ain't got God to do with God. You ain't got God. So you need it from God's children. That came from God, came from nothing. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to support, take your access and support nothing. So nothing can become something. And we'll see God in actual reality. Because we can't leave that in your hands. It won't work. You'll just be somewhere else telling somebody else you got access. We can't do nothing with that, especially God. Keyword. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. Y'all got to chill out. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but y'all look at life wrong. And that's y'all problem. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna catch this spiritual sweat. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the donation. You know what I'm saying? However, the formations you want to go in and stuff like that. You said I was talking to a girl, Jackie. It wasn't negative. It's just, oh, well, my bad then. I thought you was a troll. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the donation from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. Look, y'all can't just be cutting in and saying stuff in the chat and I'm in my bag, though. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff like I'm in my bag. I'm in my bag because you know what I'm saying. I'm real with God. And when I'm with God, man, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like I don't even like even you telling Jackie knew you got access for real. Well, I appreciate the donation from the bottom of my heart. But we don't make life about that. We make life about God. Then when we make something out of nothing, then we could talk. Because God will be looking at something like it could have more meaning behind it. Then we could be real men and real women out here and have something to be used as a vessel for. Then we could start bragging about access. It got power behind it. People will respect that form of access, but you can have the same kind of access, but with the negative energy behind it, where no matter what you got, person won't even want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got to be careful how we correlating our energies, but at the same time, everything is appreciated also and stuff. But morality is more important too. So, but I appreciate the donation from the bottom of my heart, real shit. But other than that, when we start talking about spiritualities and stuff like that, when we doing things coming from a space of nothing in God, this puts us in an aspect where when we do get something, we know what to do with it. We don't be reckless. We don't be careless with it. You know, it don't fall off the tree like a Kendrick Lamar song. And then once it fall in our lap, we end up being in somebody's bathtub like Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to her. Gangsta Boo. Rest in peace to her. Aaron Carter. Rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? And y'all somewhere like that because you had access and stuff to things that, you know, might have been too much for you. So you couldn't handle it. And if we would have went through the right experiences to develop the right morality behind it, maybe when it get put in our hands, we'll know what to do with it and it won't lead to no disastrous moments. See what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation, Z the Trucker. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. You said, paying for my plate at the barbecue. Yeah, this is just, hey, esoteric barbecue right now. Food for thought. We all getting full in our mind, getting real heavy in the right area for God. When we get too heavy down here in the solid world, we just make our situations more rooted, more muddy, more structured to the point we can't get out of it. And it seemed like the goal that was almost arm lift is almost 10 car spaces and feet away and stuff like that. So at some point we didn't miss the little parking spot when it comes into where we was esoterically supposed to travel and we got lost in Babylon. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you know how to steer the direction of your path, you go right out of Babylon and find an indigenous land. You could set up shop there and come up with your own bargaining and gain system. Then when we come together with that esoteric currency, it develop in the solid world as us receiving attention that the government is receiving to produce anything in the world that we be crying about. And then once we got the esoteric currency, we transmute that and add that to an inanimate object in the solid world. And then we get to produce just like them, even if we transmute and transform their stuff that they already put so much energy in because it's teamwork makes the dream work. So, you know, the battle will be a little bit more easier. It's like working smarter, not harder, where they already got their smack monkey grandkids on these green dollar Polaroid pictures and stuff like that. So you don't got to go somewhere and try to force yourself to be on one of these things. You could just go ahead and transmute a piping system and use their version of it to do what you want to do and make them copy your character. And if you choose to change the bargaining game and system, you can, or you could choose to rock them to sleep like they've been doing you and your grandmother for 2,000 years. And once you got the ball in your court and you signing all these terms and conditions and having them have to agree with it, then you could speak. You know what I'm saying? That's how we all come together. We can't really speak though if we ain't coming together and we just allowing them to create all these goddamn divide and conquer spells and stuff like that. So before we can even come together, we fighting each other. We looking in the back seat. We looking on the passenger side. We parallel parking, double parking, where we all just need to be on the road and the road could go through smoother and things of that nature without a traffic jam. And we push back 50 minutes from us reaching our goals in the esoteric world, maybe 30 years from our goals being reached. So we got to be careful and things of that nature and know how we travel for God in the right spaceship, get out of these Babylon streets and stuff, aka the way we think in the 1, 2, and third dimension and think we getting on our 1, 2. that's in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, driving on these Babylon streets, trying to find one of these esoteric jobs and stuff where you're working for them to build their world. And in the one, two, and third dimension, you think you got a good job, but you're really building somebody else's world, putting a statue up there that you don't know who that individual is. You just heard something about it in eighth grade in history class. And that period, that's it. After that, you had to survive in your life to get your 1, 2 together. That's what's more important. You taking care of you, yourself, or if you got kids or your circumstance, that became more important. And once the shadow government put you in that energy, they got you, because they could throw anything in front of you to make you feel like this the next thing, this convenience. And it's a reverse psychology. We building a new technology in this world for them. And it really make us forget our grandmother's number, even when they ain't had an area code on it. And we somewhere like, oh, I got to get my blood, sweat, and tears to get these things because this is how I'm going to be known. And that's it. We all rocked to sleep by the government. But hey, we're going to come together in some way, shape, or form, but we just got to figure out a sufficient manner how to put it together. And they don't even give us no help and things of that nature. They actually create more distractions and actually create divide and conquer for it to not happen. So once you are aware of that, you can get out your own egos and stuff like that and actually start participating in the real battle. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. You better believe it, because I like to keep this channel spiritual. And we get on the Ratchet channel tomorrow and go in and stuff like that, especially on Pan-Africans and Nabaru. They've been asleep lately and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on. Did they realize we don't live in magic, superhero, Super Mario, Teenage Mutant Ninja, Super Snapping Turtle land and stuff? Did they figure that out now? They probably figured out. They probably walked outside and was like, oh, I'm at a beach. There's not a turtle shell. This is a beach. This is sand. This is water. That's not a turtle shell. They probably realizing that now. Like when they go outside, it's not Google. Everybody like to go on Google first and learn life, and you think it's floating sigils, electric balls in the sky. But if you go outside first, you'll be like, wait a minute. There's no way I'm on top of a turtle shell. And that's it. Now you wise. Now God can use you. Somewhere down the line, you got lost in Galileo. But I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. You better believe it. Keep y'all spirits protected.